Yes, for today it will be the last video which I'll be doing, and after that we'll come back in the next class and do this. The 10 masterpieces of Indian diversity, the showing the diversity of Indian culture. Okay, what are they? Like, see, India is one of the oldest civilization on the planet with the most diverse cultural history, inhabited by multiple races, religions, languages, is a gold mine for study. 1 second, I'll just come. Lot of disturbance. Okay, so what I said was one of the most oldest civilizations on the planet with the most diverse cultural history, inhabited by multiple type of races, religions, languages. It's a gold mine for study of architectural evolution throughout history. People come from abroad to India to learn about India. Foreigners, why do they come? Their country hasn't got so much. They have only the French Revolution and the Russian Revolution and the Holocaust of Hitler. What else do they have? Look at our culture. Yes, they have culture. They have a good historic culture, architectural culture. Yes, obviously. But India is the most diverse cultural history. Nobody else can have that. I am proud to say that. Each transition, or guys, or any inclusion of a new culture has created an impact on Indian culture and art. Anything which has come in to this country has created an impact on it. You can see it through these different architectural styles reflecting in the buildings all over the country. You will come to know. I am talking about simple houses. If you go to Andhra Pradesh, like my father used to go to the seaside in Gopalpur, that's in Andhra Pradesh and the border of Odisha. We cross Odisha and we go into Andhra Pradesh. It's just the seaside. There are ports, there's a military base there, there's a navy base there. So my father owned a boat there and he used to have this fishing business also. And he had donated that boat to the poor people there. So we used to never take any profit from it actually. So we used to just go and look after them once in a year and see everything is fine, not what else was new. So my dad was like that. And he was the male Mother Teresa, but he was not known because he was not so famous. Anyways, but he did his job. In that area, all the houses were same color, same type of height, same everything. But again, when we changed and came into Odisha type, again houses are different. So that's the culture. Religion also, their type of doing puja. They are also Hindus, but the type of doing the puja, their timings, their goddess or whatever, or god, different. So this diversity of cultures and religion in this place, just an example. This unique development of assimilation, or assimilating a wide variety of cultures enable us to learn how such a diverse society has evolved and we are still into it. It's not a joke. Again, class 7, my bad luck. Again, we are coming to that question answer point. You must know about your history. It's not about the question answers at the back of the book. It's very tough to understand. But once you get that honey taste of it, or that Cadbury chocolate taste of that history, you will dig into, you will dive into it. You will not come out of it. It will become your favorite subject, SSC. History. Mark Twain had said one thing once: So far I am able to judge, nothing has been left undone either by man or nature to make India the most extraordinary country that the sun visits on his round. Nothing seems to have been forgotten, nothing overlooked. I'll repeat that again. By Mark Twain it was said. So far I am able to judge, comma, nothing has been left undone, either man or by nature, comma, to make India the most extraordinary country that the sun visits on its rounds. Does the sun visit? The earth goes around, so the sun gives us a visit. Nothing seems to have been forgotten, nothing overlooked. That we have forgotten to overlook, oh, that we did not know. This is what it is. India. See, this article which I am trying to explain, this point or this topic, it's just displaying the diversity of which Indian architecture has been blessed. The 10 most iconic yet totally independent are different architectural masterpieces having their own style and architecture. These styles have been developed according to the geological conditions, cultural inclinations, as well as technological advancements in their own time of era. Okay, understood. So, what type of architecture is popular in India? Let's do it this way. It will make it more interesting. Taj Mahal, without a doubt, one of the most impressive pieces of architecture, not only in India but around the world. Even the Prime Minister and the President of other countries, the President of USA, number one, Force One, comes here, takes a picture with his wife or kids or family or his people. They sit and take up a picture at Taj Mahal. It has been the face of Indian architecture. This Indian architecture, Taj Mahal. For people all over the world, India, oh gosh, I have to go and see the Taj Mahal. That's what they say. Oh my God, have you seen the Taj Mahal? No, go and see it. Built in 1653 on the orders of the Mughal ruler Shah Jahan as a resting place for his beloved queen Mumtaz Mahal. It is a symbol of love. Considered to be one of the most finest examples of Mughal architecture. White marble building comprises of square plinth having central structure topped by a huge dome and surrounded by 4 minarets at each corner. It's considered to be one of the 7 wonders of the world in this modern area. In this modern era also today, right now when I'm saying this. It attracts about 3 million tourists every year, being the hotspot of visitors globally. You can go online and see Taj Mahal. So, India. Even the IPL is all Indian players. India is too much. It's great. India is very rich. We are not able to use the riches. Or rather, the British colonial time, they took everything and went away. But we are still rich. Lotus Temple. It's one of the modern buildings again that have come up in the recent times and managed to achieve a status. I'm just trying to compare, I'm trying to make you explain of architecture and culture. And the fame attracts tourists again all over the world. It's conceptualized, sorry if I'm using the right word, conceptualized conceptualized on the form of a lotus flower. It's a Baha'i house of worship that is open to all religions and stands for secularism and openness of the country. It was designed by an Iranian architect, Fariborz Shahba. I forget the name. Fariborz Shahba. The structure is composed of 27 petals aligned in groupings of 3, thus forming a secular periphery that is so co-aligned with the ritualistic beliefs of Baha'is community. No religion will be stopped, no type of culture will be stopped. Everyone can go there. It's a openness of secularism. Everybody is allowed. Secular country. See, Taj Mahal and this. So people go to Delhi, Lotus Temple first in Delhi round, Taj Mahal, Agra they have to go. So in the next class, I'll come back again with these information and we'll go ahead. It's interesting, it's very interesting. You have to have that josh to get into the subject. And automatically all answers will be answered. Whatever questions you hit after my explanation, whatever question you get, you're going to answer it. Once we read the book. Reading has to be, extensive reading is always important, as our respected Chauhan sir says. Reading newspapers is very important. During this lockdown, you should have read a lot of newspapers, listen to TV, listen to radio, listen, learn, this is the time. 6 months have passed. Now time is coming back for the school to reopen. Now you would be in a jam-packed situation. I hope you have utilized this time very much. I have learnt a lot of things. I'll discuss once we meet. I can't keep on saying it on the video, I'll be wasting time. So once we meet, surely I'll discuss few points, examples, what I did during I'll come to know what you all did. It's be a good interaction to know about this pandemic situation. What we did positive, what did we do something good, what did we learn. It's not what bad happens, let it be ahead. Negatives, throw it away. Okay. Our instinct, our gut feeling is the GPS of our soul. I hope everyone's GPS is on. Okay. Bye bye. See you. God bless. Respect your parents. Love them and take care. Be happy. And keep everyone happy also. Bye bye.